Good morning and welcome to Rise and Shine, Senior Connection Center's annual awards ceremony and fundraiser. I'm Matthew McClellan with Fox 13 News, and it's so good to be back with you once again as your MC for Rise and Shine 2022. Rise and Shine always takes place in May because the month of May is Older Americans Month. The theme this year is Age Your Way, and while it may be a fact that everybody's journey through the aging process takes a different path, Senior Connection Center consistently supports local seniors to live independently for as long as possible and to actively participate in their communities however they choose. Senior Connection Center is a long-time trusted resource where older adults can turn for information and assistance they may need to age their way. Rise and Shine is a celebration of the various ways local seniors are leading meaningful lives and contributing to their communities. And today you are going to meet a diverse group of people contributing to their communities, a diverse group of amazing and inspirational local seniors who demonstrate in a variety of ways what aging your way means to them. It's also an opportunity for Senior Connection Center to share some of the ways that they are improving the lives of seniors and supporting their caregivers whose assistance is critical to so many older adults who want to age in place in their own homes and the communities they love. We're also going to celebrate a new local business that has developed an innovative way to reach countless seniors and save the vision of a lot of people who are not aware of their own health conditions, which, if left untreated, could lead to blindness. And since proceeds from this event will be used to support Senior Connection Center's many grants and crisis funds, we are going to see how some of last year's many grants recipients used those funds to the benefit of local seniors, as well as to learn about some older adults who avoided personal disaster thanks to receiving crisis funds. So for the next hour, sit back and watch, be prepared to be inspired. And I want to introduce now Senior Connection Center's President and CEO, Charlotte McHenry. Charlotte?
Good morning, and welcome to our virtual Rise and Shine fundraiser and awards ceremony. 2019 was the last year we were all together under one roof for this incredible event, and we are very hopeful that next year we can return to enjoy it face to face. Let me start by thanking Matthew McClellan from Fox 13 for being our MC again this year. Fox 13 has been a long-time supporter of our Rise and Shine event, and we are very grateful and fortunate to have Matthew with us this morning. In spite of the pandemic, Senior Connection Center has spent the last 2 years continuing to meet our mission to help older adults and persons with disabilities live with independence and dignity. We have broadened our capacities to serve through new and innovative programs, such as virtual health and wellness classes and telephone reassurance to mitigate social isolation and loneliness, expansion of meal programs, and providing vaccine outreach, while continuing to provide our traditional services, such as helping those we serve navigate the complexity of elder care services and Medicare. I'd like to take a moment now to share a voicemail message we received from one such client who reached out to our Shine program for assistance with a complicated Medicare issue.
Hello, my name is Sharon. I had a claim denied by Medicare and I appealed it and I called to get help and I was assigned David D. I just got off the phone with him and he gave me your name and number. And I wanted to tell you what a godsend he has been. The hospital was giving me some grief and it was just a nightmare for me. I was going to be having to pay over $13,000, which I don't have as a retiree. And Dave has been there to advise me on how to file my appeal, what to do. He has talked to the people on my behalf. And thank goodness I've had him because I would have just been beside myself. But he has been wonderful. And your whole program is unbelievable. I can't believe that there is somebody out there that is fighting for us like this. And if there is anything that I can do to help further your program or to encourage it to be maintained or expanded, I would be glad to do anything, Amy. So if you have any questions, please give me a call. I'd be glad to talk to you anytime. And I want you to know that I can't say enough good things about your program and especially about Dave. So thank you so very, very much, all of you. All of you are involved in this whole program. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
For those of you who are new to this event, I think you will find it inspirational and quite frankly, just a wonderful way to start your day. As many of you know, this event is our main fundraiser for the year, with the proceeds going towards our crisis fund to meet unmet needs. We have helped with needs such as rental assistance, appliance repair or purchase, septic tank repair, just to name a few. Here's a story, a senior we were able to save from homelessness, thanks to our crisis funds. Mr. D had been homeless for several months, so he was thrilled to finally find and move into his own apartment. His belongings had been stored in bags and boxes, and as he unpacked, he discovered they were infested with insects. Now the apartment would have to be exterminated, but Mr. D was suffering from a serious back injury that required surgery and prevented him from being able to prepare his apartment for the exterminators. The landlord informed Mr. D that if they could not exterminate the apartment, he would be evicted. Furthermore, Mr. D would not be able to schedule the back surgery he needed unless he had a safe place to recover. As you can imagine, Mr. D's situation could have easily spiraled out of control, were it not for Senior Connection Center. We were able to use crisis funds to hire a company that helped Mr. D sort through his belongings, discard the items he no longer needed, and organize his home so it could be exterminated. And now his home is a suitable place for him to live and to recover from his back surgery. I am happy to report that we were able to resolve Mr. D's situation using just $800 in crisis funds. We also use monies raised to seed innovations through our mini grant initiative, which typically have a focus on meeting hunger needs, addressing social isolation and loneliness, as well as home repair. Last year's mini grants were used to fund several projects, including a computer lab at Sterling Apartments, which not only helped seniors utilize the internet to email their loved ones, but also gave them access to online exercise classes. We funded Faith in Action to provide vulnerable seniors with much-needed food and transportation services. The Osprey Observer devoted a monthly column to timely issues that affected older adults, including how to access pandemic-related services as well as tips to avoid becoming the victim of scams. But perhaps the most creative mini-grant initiative was the Silver Screens Outdoor Mobile Movie Project, spearheaded by Hillsborough County Department of Aging Services. Seniors in various communities throughout Hillsborough County were treated to a safe outdoor movie experience while also celebrating such themes as Black History Month, Hispanic Heritage Month, and the winter holidays. I also want to congratulate this year's mini grant recipients: the Center for Independent Living in Central Florida, City of Tampa Housing Authority, and Talbot House Ministries. We are looking forward to seeing these projects come to fruition and will share their success stories at next year's Rise and Shine event. I am hopeful that you will give and support our Crisis Fund and Mini Grants initiative. We like to say, give until it feels good. We see on a regular basis the great level of need throughout our communities, and gratitude is a two-way street. The individuals that we help are so incredibly grateful that we are able to provide assistance. And we as staff, and I am sure you as donors, feel grateful to be in a position to help. This morning, you will quickly see that this event is not only our fundraiser, but a way we honor older adults and their fantastic achievements and accomplishments through our Salt and Pepper Awards, as well as our highlighting of a senior-friendly business. So before moving on with the show, I would like to thank Senior Connection Center's Board of Directors and Advisory Council members for their support of this event and our organization, as well as my staff and our Shine volunteers who are the backbone of Senior Connection Center and have worked diligently to serve. I'd like to take a moment to thank our salt and pepper sponsors, AARP, Acadia, BKS Partners, Moffitt Cancer Center, and Suncoast Credit Union. At this point, I want to thank Humana for their support as our champion sponsor. Humana has been our champion sponsor for the last several years, and we're so appreciative of their partnership. And now I'm going to turn the program back over to our host, Matthew McClellan. Matthew?
And now it is time to present our first award of the day, the Senior Friendly Business of the Year Award. Now, this award traditionally is presented to a local business that goes above and beyond the call of duty to provide excellent service to seniors in their community. And this year's award recipient is no different, is no exception. This award is sponsored by Acadia and is being presented by Miss Claire Judkins. Claire could not be here today, but she was kind enough to record these introductory remarks.
Hello, good morning. My name is Claire Judkins. I'm Patient Advocacy and Industry Relations Liaison for the East for Acadia Pharmaceuticals. And we are so proud to sponsor for the second year in a row Senior Connection Center's Rise and Shine event. And we really want to extend our thanks to Senior Connection Center and all that this incredible organization does for people, for seniors living in the Tampa region. And this year, I'm so excited that I have the opportunity to present this year's Senior Friendly Business of the Year Award to Network I. But first, I want to give you a brief history of the inspiration behind Network I. So let me start with older adults and persons living with diabetes are among the fastest growing groups of people at risk for preventable blindness in the United States today. For example, age-related macular degeneration is a leading cause of blindness among adults over the age of 65. With early diagnosis, this disease can be treated. However, many seniors are just not seeing an eye care professional on a regular basis to catch the disease in time. And persons living with diabetes are at the greatest risk of developing retina disease, the leading cause of preventable blindness. Unfortunately, nearly half of the people living with diabetes don't even realize it's affecting their eyes. Tragically, this lack of awareness, along with limited availability and access to eye care, means that millions of Americans will be going blind when it could be prevented. So, back in 2019, a team of physicians and entrepreneurs came together to address this unacceptable situation. Their goal: to bring critical retina care to all by improving patient access to vision services, reducing the cost of that care, and helping at-risk patients get and maintain the appropriate treatment to prevent vision loss and blindness. Together, they created the company Network I. And fortunately for us, they decided to pilot this initiative in Tampa, Florida. Over the past year, Network I has brought their retina clinics into the retail pharmacy setting, helping seniors and caregivers combine trips to the pharmacy with their eye care initiatives. They also constructed a mobile eye clinic, which they are bringing to senior living communities throughout the Tampa Bay area. This allows them to work with local seniors on their eye health, including treating and monitoring patients with macular degeneration and diabetes. And their hope is to continue to expand these services throughout the greater Tampa Bay region in the years to come. For their innovative approach and commitment to improving the lives of local seniors, we are presenting the 2022 Senior Friendly Business of the Year Award to Network I. I would like to welcome Rebecca Davis, their Chief Marketing Officer, to the podium to accept this award. Rebecca?
Thank you so much for this award. On behalf of Network I, Rebecca Davis, the Chief Marketing Officer, accept this extremely touching award. We are so honored to get our business started in the Tampa, Florida area. Network I is a brand new startup company that was started to serve both seniors and people with diabetes who are suffering from age-related eye conditions. We have a treatment center at CVS in West Chase, and our new innovation is really that we offer these services in a really convenient and friendly retail location. So often it's difficult for seniors to get to doctor's offices that might be far away, or potentially spend a lot of time sitting in doctor's offices waiting for their appointment to come up. So our big breakthrough and idea was that we would create an experience that would allow seniors to come in, maybe pick up a prescription, get to know our doctors and our clinicians, and take care of all the things they need to do in one spot. So our founders, two of whom are retina specialists, created this business in this West Chase location. We're just thrilled to be here in the Tampa community, building relationships with people like yourselves who are so focused on providing extremely connected services and building community among seniors so that they can really develop the relationships and the community that they need in order to create a really fulfilled life. So we couldn't be more honored for this particular award as we're just getting our business started, and really look forward to developing relationships on an ongoing basis with so many here in the Tampa community and beyond who have just built an incredible space for seniors to live fulfilled and healthy lives. So thank you so much once again.
And congratulations again to Network Eye Care for the wonderful work that they are doing in our community. Now I would like to welcome Dr. Albert Zeal, Humana's Regional Vice President for Health Services and Senior Products for Central and North Florida. Dr. Zeal will introduce Senior Connection Center's Philanthropist of the Year Award.
According to the dictionary, a philanthropist is someone who donates their time, money, experience, skills, or talent to help create a better world. Well, that pretty much sums up the man that Senior Connection Center has chosen as the 2022 Philanthropist of the Year. And that man is Mr. Charles Burdett. Charlie, as he likes to be called, has spent his lifetime helping others in need in any way he can. Before moving to Florida, Charlie spent more than 30 years volunteering for various organizations in Maryland, including the Baltimore County Auxiliary Police, Meals on Wheels, and several local churches where he helped with various projects from rebuilding a church in Jamaica to helping seniors with home repairs. He received many awards for his service over the years, including the Governor's Outstanding Volunteer Award in 2004. Fortunately for us, Charlie decided to relocate to Lakeland in 2005, and he quickly became involved in numerous nonprofit and civic organizations in the new community he now calls home. Since then, Charlie has been actively volunteering his time by directly helping others, assisting with numerous fundraising activities, and donating his own personal funds to numerous organizations that help people in need. Charlie's nomination for this award came from Talbot House Ministries, where for more than 10 years he has served as a leader on their auxiliary and general board. Their nomination said, quote, "Charlie is always the first to raise his hand to volunteer for annual events, fundraising, and coordinating in-kind donations. His efforts touch the lives of those suffering from homelessness in our community, including at least 300 seniors annually. Thanks to his leadership, we have grown to meet their needs. We are profoundly grateful to have such a faithful friend," unquote. Charlie also enjoys guiding people to find the help they need. So it's no surprise that on any given day, you may find him doing just that at the Rath Senior Connection Center. And for more than 10 years, he has also served on the board of the Retired Senior Volunteer Program, also known as RSVP, in Polk County. Charlie's knowledge of his community has made him a valuable asset to Lakeland Volunteers in Medicine, an organization that provides medical supplies to grassroots healthcare organizations such as the Good Samaritan Clinic, which he also supports with his personal donations. Prior to the COVID pandemic, Charlie was a dedicated volunteer for Volunteers in Service to the Elderly, or VISTE, where he would transport seniors to medical appointments, assist with grocery shopping, and deliver birthday cakes, and he remains a donor to this fine organization. Charlie is always lending a helping hand, as well as donating funds to Elder Point Ministries, the United Methodist Temple, and the Faith Lutheran Church in Lakeland. He also gives of his time and expertise to the Lakeland Citizens Police Academy Alumni Association. It would be impossible to count the literally tens of thousands of hours Charlie has donated his community over the years. And believe it or not, I could go on. But now, I want you to meet this year's Philanthropist of the Year, Mr. Charlie Burdett.
I'm so pleased that the Senior Connection Center recognizes philanthropy, because so many people practice philanthropy and don't realize it. My mother was my first mentor in philanthropy. And she had a saying, giving is its own reward. I had another friend that had a similar saying, he or she who gets and never gives, never lives. And I might add that I've also heard it said there are two kinds of people in the world, those that are givers and those that are takers. The takers are the ones that appreciate philanthropy and live it in their daily lives. The takers are the ones that haven't quite learned the value of living a philanthropic life. So anyway, want to thank the Senior Connection Center, because that is a great philanthropy. And I would also like to thank those that were kind enough to nominate me, and appreciate that. I would also like to thank each of you and everyone that's viewing this remotely for believing in philanthropy and living it in your lives. So thank you very much.
Congratulations again to Charlie Burdett, our 2022 Philanthropist of the Year Award recipient. Your long history of donating your time and your talents, along with your personal generosity, are truly inspirational. I mentioned earlier that the proceeds from this event will be used to support Senior Connection Center's crisis funds. As the name implies, these funds are used to help seniors and their caregivers who are facing a one-time, unexpected crisis, one that could be alleviated with a moderate amount of money, but could become catastrophic if not addressed. Please listen to this story of how these crisis funds made a huge difference in someone's life.
Mr. and Mrs. G were living in a rental home in Haines City. Mrs. G was already struggling with health issues when her husband suddenly became seriously ill. He was rushed to the hospital to have emergency surgery. As it turns out, his illness was caused by a mold infestation in their home, and his doctors advised them it was not safe to return. They rented a hotel room, but simply did not have the money to continue to stay there while they looked for a new place to live. They called Senior Connection Center, and thanks to our crisis funds, we were able to provide them the support they needed. Within a few weeks, Mr. and Mrs. G were able to find a safe place to call home. And it only took $850 of crisis funds to make that happen. Thanks to the donations we received to support our crisis funds, we were able to make a world of difference in the lives of Mr. and Mrs. G. And with your donations today, we can continue to help more local seniors in the future. Thank you for your support.
Yeah, just an incredible story there. Please remember, Senior Connection Center's crisis funds are supported by your donations. You can click on the donate button below on your screen at any time. And now we are ready to present our Salt and Pepper Outstanding Senior Awards. The Salt and Pepper Awards were named as a tribute to the late Honorable Claude Pepper, who represented Floridians in both the U.S. House of Representatives and the Senate, and who served as a champion for all older Americans when he helped to craft the legislation to create Medicare. And now I would like to introduce Ms. Jamie Vino, Member Victim Advocate from Suncoast Credit Union, to introduce this year's Salt and Pepper winner in the Health and Wellness category. Jamie?
Good morning. I'm Jamie Vino from Suncoast Credit Union. I'm proud to present this year's Salt and Pepper Award for Health and Wellness. Traditionally, recipients of this award are chosen for being actively involved in advancing the health and wellness of members of their community. And I think you will agree, this year's winner is a health and wellness overachiever. Let me tell you a little about Izora Bullock. Izora first began promoting wellness in 2014. She became a community lay leader with Senior Connection Center's Health and Wellness Department. She is certified to teach fall prevention classes like Tai Chi and A Matter of Balance, diabetes, and other chronic disease self-management classes, and Savvy Caregiver, to name just a few. Not only does Izora teach health and wellness classes for Senior Connection Center, but when she identifies someone who shares her passion for health and wellness, she actively recruits them to become community lay leaders as well. By expanding her circle of influence in this way, she is opening up many services to broader audiences, including minorities, low-income seniors, and those in underserved and rural communities. Izora is the founder and president of Life Limbs, Inc., a nonprofit that provides community health and wellness education, as well as community healthcare worker training opportunities on topics such as mental health, chronic diseases, and most recently, COVID-19. Izora is also a caring and knowledgeable advocate for others. She has been known to actively help many friends and family members with health concerns by connecting them to community resources that can improve their quality of life. Finally, Izora sits on the Senior Connection Center's Community Advisory Board, where her awareness of the issues that are facing seniors makes her a respected spokesperson for the older adults living in her community. Because of her lifelong commitment to improving the health and wellness of others, and for being such a wonderful role model for living a healthy life, we are presenting this year's Salt and Pepper Award for Health and Wellness to Izora Bullock. Congratulations.
Jamie, thank you so much, and greetings to everyone. I am overcome with gratitude to have been selected to receive the 2022 Salt and Pepper Outstanding Senior Award. It is an honor to have Senior Connection Center recognize my time and commitment to being a peer educator, sharing health information and strategies about maintaining a healthy lifestyle. I am awed and humbled that my efforts with older adults are being recognized. Receiving this award is not my accomplishment alone. I share it with many others. So thank you to my husband, Ron, our son, Jason, and our daughter, Jamie, and family all around the country. And thanks to Life Limbs. We started as a women's Bible study group and morphed into health and wellness educators. Thank you. About 9 years ago, Jamie asked to enroll me in a Matter of Balance fall prevention class as a participant and then later as a peer educator. Jamie thought my experience would benefit others. Back then, I was recovering from a devastated illness and struggling with balance issues. The balance classes and the chronic disease self-management classes were a lifesaver. They shaped my thinking. I came to understand that faith in action included my decisions about nutrition, exercise, and my emotional well-being. Now it's my passion to share this information with others and support them on their journey. To my fellow peer educators, churches around the state, to my colleagues and community health workers, and the staff at Senior Connection Center, you are my family, and I am glad that we are working together. Thanks to all of you for listening to me and supporting me in so many ways. To Charlotte McHenry and the Senior Connection Center, I trust that this recognition of my volunteerism will serve as an inspiration to others. Maya Angelou once said, "I've learned that you shouldn't go through life without a catcher's mitt on both hands. You need to be able to throw something back. Being able to throw something back, being able to give back to seniors in Polk County and our 5 surrounding county area is a great privilege for me, and it has been a great pleasure. So with much appreciation, I accept the 2022 Salt and Pepper Award for Seniors. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Jamie, and congratulations to Izora Bullock for encouraging and inspiring so many seniors in our community to get healthy and stay healthy. Next, I would like to introduce Michelle Sear, AARP's Associate State Director for Community Outreach in Tampa Bay, to introduce this year's Salt and Pepper winner in the Business and Entrepreneurship category. Michelle?
Miss Ana Rivera was born in Puerto Rico and raised in the South Bronx of New York. Her career spans more than 40 years and includes extensive experience in retail, merchandising, marketing, sales, and management with such companies as JCPenney's, Marshall's, Macy's, Yadro, and the Pajama Company of America. In the early 2000s, many small Hispanic businesses in Polk County were looking for a leader to give them a voice, one that would help them promote and grow their businesses and better reach the Hispanic community. Ana Rivera's diverse experience, along with her high energy and enthusiasm, provided the background and expertise necessary to take on the challenge. So in 2007, Ms. Rivera launched the Puerto Rican Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of Polk County. Ms. Rivera provided the guidance and mentoring necessary to help local business owners become more successful by improving their networking skills and expanding business development opportunities. Over the past 15 years, under the direction of Ms. Rivera, the Puerto Rican Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of Polk County has become the primary organization for all small businesses who want to build a rapport with the Hispanic community in Polk County. The Chamber offers an array of programs including job fairs, educational speakers, business summits, and social events. And they continue to strive to be seen as the ambassadors of goodwill within the Hispanic and non-Hispanic community by building a bridge of communication between Polk County, Puerto Rico, and all of the Hispanic communities. In addition, her work with the Chamber, she co-founded and sits on the board of the Mayor's Hispanic Advisory Council for Lakeland. She is a president of the Women for LULAC Council, Deputy State Director of Women's Affairs for LULAC State, and is a member of the Polk Association of Chamber Executives. Additionally, she is a host of the Que Pasa Polk show on PGTV. It is any wonder why we selected Miss Ana Rivera as this year's Salt and Pepper winner for Business and Entrepreneurship. Please join me in welcoming Ana to the podium.
Wow. Good morning, everyone, and congratulations to all the nominees and the winners. You said it all in a nutshell. I've been very humbled by this award, and I still feel honored to be amongst such peers. I feel so excited now that I'm amongst people of my age group and not have to always look at others. And but I'm here to thank you all, thank my community, the community that embraced me, Polk County, especially Lakeland. I've gone through several mayors in Lakeland, and they will all tell you that Anita Rivera is very tenacious and doesn't stop at no. I will take a maybe. So I'm here. I want to thank my husband, David, who's put up with all of my craziness and a go-go attitude. And I'm so excited to be here. I told my mom about this, and she's like, well, who knows you in Tampa? I says, Mom, that's a crazy question to ask if people were able to find, information about me. But the chamber, like Marissa just mentioned, we're on our 15th year, and no one wants to take the rain. I want to retire. I want to go to the beach. I want to go here. I want to go to Mexico and try to climb Tulum or something. But no one wants to take on the hard work that a woman has done. And I'm very proud of being a woman. I'm very proud of being a boomer. And when I get to 90, which I think I will, I'll probably be the same as I've been before. So I applaud all of our winners, and thank you so much, Senior Centers for Connection, for selecting me. I'm still wondering who nominated me, but whoever nominated me, kisses and hugs to all of you. So thank you so much, and again, congratulations to my peers here today.
Thank you, Michelle, and congratulations to Ms. Ana Rivera for your tireless efforts to support and promote the advancement of our business community. Our next Salt and Pepper Award for Arts and Entertainment is sponsored by Moffitt Cancer Center. Moffitt has asked Senior Connection Center's board chair, Ms. Georgiana Goodson, to present the award on their behalf. Georgiana?
Bill Hodges has always believed in giving back to his community, which he does best by sharing positive, helpful, and upbeat information. When Bill lived in Ohio, he used his writing skills to create a weekly syndicated column called Positive Talk, with the intention of countering the excessive amount of negative news being published by the local media. Shortly after moving to the Sun City area in 2000, Bill began writing his positive messages for the Observer News, and according to the publisher, his column continues to be one of the most popular features of the paper. Bill is well known locally as a passionate advocate for veterans and an active member of many of Tampa's veterans organizations. Bill's positive talk continues today. However, he now speaks before civic and military groups, all at no charge. At the age of 82, Bill continues to utilize his creative skills to support and entertain veterans throughout Hillsborough County in a variety of ways. In 2018, Bill used his unique people skills to launch the Veterans Corner radio program on Sun Radio, WSCQ-FM, and this program serves as a way to engage veterans and increase their awareness of the benefits available to them. In 2020, he began Veterans Corner Radio, a widely popular podcast, which in April of 22 reached a milestone of 25,000 downloads by listeners in all 50 states and 28 countries around the world. Bill also started and maintains Veterans Photo TV program for the Sun City Center Community Association, which runs 24/7 in its atrium building. Bill and his wife Phyllis live on North Lake in Sun City Center, and in 2019 they started Freedom Floats, a program that entertains veterans with complimentary pontoon boat rides. That same year, the Veterans Council of Hillsborough County awarded Bill the Keeping the American Patriotic Spirit Alive Award. Bill is often invited to MC events honoring veterans, including the opening of the James A. Haley Veterans Hospital Outpatient Clinic in Riverview and a Vietnam Veterans Recognition Program sponsored by Marco Rubio. He also provided the introductory remarks for a 2020 Veterans Day video for James A. Haley Veterans Hospital. And even though Bill may not be a military officer, in 2021, the local chapter of the Military Officers Association of America made Bill an honorary member, which is an especially great honor since he's one of only 6 such members in the chapter's 25-year history. This year, the Military Order of World Wars chose him as the first patriot in a nationwide patriot program that allows exceptional veteran advocates to participate in Military Order of Wars activities. In 2021, Bill was featured in a special Veterans Day program on Fox 13, and they featured him again this year for his Freedom Floats program. For all that Bill Hodges does to keep up the spirits of veterans and his community in general, we are presenting him with this year's Salt and Pepper Award for Arts and Entertainment.
Thank you so much. I'm a bit unsteady up here because a number of years ago, a young man flunked out of college. Went there at 17, I wasn't ready. I majored in girls and I'll leave the rest of it out. But when my first year grades come out, my dad, I was afraid he was going to see him, so I joined the Air Force to get out of town before he saw him. So there's my story of getting in. I got in a fight with a B-52 while I was there, and it won. And so I'm a little unsteady here and there, but the VA has been very good to me. And it took a number of years to work through the VA process. And as I looked around, I saw a number of people who needed help. Just to understand, va.gov is a wonderful website. It's got everything you could want. But you have to be a high-level attorney in order to get through it all. So we decided we'd put together a program for the radio show and just get veterans information out. And it worked. And then along come the pandemic. Nobody wanted to come down and be interviewed. My son, who's a professor up in Ohio, I called him, I said, Dad, or I said, what am I going to do? He said, Dad, I'll tell you, we're doing this thing called Zoom. And it's opened up the world. And believe me, it has. Because now we're interviewing people all over the world in the VA and other places. But you don't do something like this alone. A lady sitting over there who put a lot of this information together, I understand, after the fact. My wife, Phyllis Hodges. This lady is the greatest support that I could ever ask for. There's a lot of veterans owe her things, and they don't know it, because without her efforts, it wouldn't happen. Vern Hendricks, my producer. Vern didn't serve. He said he was a 112-pound weakling during Vietnam, and they wouldn't take him. But he's serving today, helping me do what I do with this broadcast. Yes, we've gone to 27,000 downloads now. We're picking up 1,000 downloads a month. The 5 radio stations that now carry us over the air are doing very well. In a county with 104,000 veterans, did you realize we had that? Do you realize we're third in the nation in the number of veterans we have? Third, 104,000. And when you had all these other counties surrounding us, we certainly beat anybody out. I am so pleased that the Senior Connection gave us one more opportunity to share Veterans Corner Radio. And I hope those of you watching will go to the podcast and listen to it, because every time we get one more person listening, it opens one more door to somebody at the top end who will give our vets information and help their families. I thank Senior Connection well beyond anything I could say in words. And I appreciate everything you've all done for me.
Thank you, Georgiana, and congratulations once again to this year's Arts and Entertainment Award winner, Salt and Pepper Award winner, Mr. Bill Hodges. And next, here to present the Salt and Pepper Award for Community Service and Volunteerism is Tom Kristen, Managing Advisor for BKS Partners. Tom?
I'm honored to recognize Carol White this morning. Carol White has been involved in healthcare all her life, working both as a nurse and as a social worker in a variety of healthcare settings, including acute care, long-term care, memory care, assisted living, mental health, hospice, and she taught death and dying classes at the college level. In addition to her experience in healthcare, Carol has a personal interest in Alzheimer's, having several family members with the disease, as well as family members with Lewy body dementia. She knows firsthand the impact of dementia on the affected individual and their loved ones. She also knows how important it is for everyone to understand the disease and the need to find a cure. So when Carol retired, it only took her 6 weeks to realize her new purpose was for volunteering for the Alzheimer's Association, and she's been an all-around champion for them ever since. According to Carol's nomination, she is a role model and a mentor on how one should approach aging. At 78 years young, Carol finds enjoyment and purpose in everything she does every day. Carol is considered a training wizard and with the ability to present and relate to all types of audiences, from general public to family members to medical professionals. When COVID hit, Carol was one of the first community educators to answer the call to present virtual trainings and to assist others getting comfortable with the technology and offering encouragement along the way. Carol serves in a number of different volunteer roles for the Alzheimer's Association, including program promoter, monthly support group facilitator, community educator. She is the only volunteer in Florida certified to present the curriculum on the new FDA-approved medication, which she presents alongside other Alzheimer's research champions. Carol also served on a panel to present new advancement in Alzheimer's treatment to the Mexican consulate, serving Spanish-speaking speakers far and wide. She serves on the Alzheimer's Association National Care and Support Volunteer Advisory Committee. As a volunteer for Alzheimer's Association, she has educated several thousands of individuals in these various roles and consistently ranks as a top performer, not just in Florida, but nationally. In 2020, Carol ranked 20th nationally as program volunteer for community education. In 2021, her ranking was number 3 in the nation, having served 609 constituents in 31 programs. It should be noted that this ranking was from 3,155 other volunteers across the country. Of course, Carol participates in Walk to End Alzheimer's, both as a donor and a promoter, where she encourages others to participate and learn and raise funds for the association. Along with her dedication to Alzheimer's Association, Carol truly demonstrates this year's theme for Older Americans Month, which is Age Your Way. And this is why she is this year's winner for the Salt and Pepper Award for Community Service and Volunteerism. Carol.
Was it that you said, wow? I mean, I'm a little choked up just listening to him. I want to thank you all for this honor. It really does mean a lot to me. This is the first award that I've ever received, so pardon me if I don't, get things quite right when I'm talking. I do want to have a special thanks to my husband, Doug. There's been a lot of times that he's been supportive of me and a lot of times that he's had to be patient for me because, he didn't get put first. But he is also one of those ones that believes in giving back. It's also my sister Linda, and all of the family on both sides are there for me when I'm having a tough time or when I'm doing something that, may stretch me. They're always there to support me. So my family means everything to me, including my family members who had Alzheimer's and one Lewy body. They have given me so much in the way of learning and doing hands-on, and I think that's why I love Alzheimer's and education so well. I also want to thank Stephanie and Julie in the back there from the Alzheimer's Association for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Like he said, I retired at 72, going on 73, and it was like, there's only so much you can do at home unless you love housework, and I don't like housework. So I thought, this isn't going to do good for me, and I could see that, I said to my husband, I need to do something. He said, yes, you do, because I've got my life. I retired earlier. You need to get something that's purposeful for you. And that was the key word, purposeful. And wouldn't you know, the very next week, I saw an ad for Stephanie was doing a program. So I went up there, I signed up for it. I went up there live. It was at a church. And after she was all done doing the program, I went up to her and I said, do you need a volunteer? And the rest is history. She has been so wonderful. So volunteering for the
Alzheimer's community educator has given me purpose again. And I think we all need purpose, and it doesn't matter how old you are. And it doesn't matter how old you get, you still need to have a purpose. And for that, I thank the Alzheimer's Association for saving my life. You know, they really gave me purpose, and I have purpose every day, and everything that I do that, I just thank God that I've had the opportunity to educate and help others, because I know there were times when I needed it and there wasn't someone out there. So as long as I breathe, as long as I can walk, and even if I can't walk, as long as I can be mobile some other way, I'm going to be continuing giving support. And yes, that is aducanumab is the new drug. Support for all new drugs that come along, and education and keeping people, understanding for everything. So I strongly too encourage people to volunteer. It doesn't cost anything. It doesn't take a lot of your time. They'll take whatever you can give. And while you're helping others, you receive so much more. And so if I had anything that I wanted to be on my tombstone, it would be, she gave some, but she got so much more. Because I really, truly believe that. We all need, purpose in our life. Thank you once again for this honor.
White, congratulations once again for the many, big thanks for the many hours you've donated to educate others and help to create a united front in the fight against Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia. We have one more story to share with you today to give you an idea of the impact the Senior Connection Center can have on the life of an older adult.
My name is Becky Davis, and I wanted to take this time to thank Senior Connection Center for leading, guiding, and assisting me with my Aunt Evelyn. My Aunt Evelyn was 76 years old when her home caught fire and burned down on June 6th of 2021. I don't know if you can imagine how devastated she was, as the fire not only took her home and a lifetime of memories and belongings, but also claimed the life of her husband of 16 years. She lost everything. She was grieving the loss of her husband, she did not have insurance to cover the loss of her home, and she had nowhere to go. I thank God I found out about Senior Connection Center as I was in completely unknown territory and needed information I knew I could trust. So I immediately contacted Senior Connection Center to see if there were any services or help out there for my aunt. One afternoon when I felt so overwhelmed, I received a call from Carol Keene with Senior Connection Center. Carol was so kind and patient as we worked through the process of qualifying my aunt for services. It took a few months, but with Senior Connection Center's assistance, we were able to get Aunt Evelyn placed into a wonderful assisted living facility in Plant City. I am happy to say my aunt is thriving in her new home. She has been making new friends, and they even allow her to help with cooking some of the meals in the kitchen. I cannot thank Senior Connection Center enough for their help, which is allowing my aunt to live her remaining years in a place where she is safe, she is cared for, and she is loved.
And what a great story to close out today's program. I hope you agree that today's ceremony was truly inspirational. We saw how strong our community is. We heard about the wonderful work being done by so many local seniors and how various local organizations and Senior Connection Center are working together to make our community even better. And now it is my pleasure to welcome Senior Connection Center's Board Chair, Georgiana Goodson, who has some important words to share with all of you. Georgiana?
It is an honor and a joy to serve as chair of the Senior Connection Center Board of Directors. And before we close, I want to personally thank you for participating in this year's 2022 Rise and Shine Award Ceremony and Fundraiser. And thank you, Matt McClellan from Fox 13 News, for hosting this year's event. Today, we've heard stories of how the Senior Connection Center made a difference. And we've seen the heartfelt gratitude from these recipients. We've been inspired by the recipients of the Salt and Pepper Awards, seniors making a difference for seniors in our own community. And aren't they incredible? I became involved in the Senior Connection Center because years ago in my own profession, I was amazed at the work that this organization accomplished through the Elder Helpline, the Medicaid long-term managed care process, and the coordination of SHINE volunteers. These RAC cards are such a valuable resource for seniors and their families that I often carry them in my purse to appointments. I knew the Senior Connection Center was well managed, professionally staffed, and extremely super efficient. I trusted them to assess needs and connect seniors with necessary resources to live their best life, even in the most difficult and unforeseen circumstances. About 7 years ago, I met Patricia Henderson, outreach manager and community liaison at a health fair in Lakeland, and I asked her, where is this place, this Senior Connection Center, the Elder Helpline? I couldn't imagine what this organization looked like, and I said, how do you accomplish what you do? So the office is in East Tampa, and I saw from Patricia's smile that she was proud to share more. I wanted to be involved, and attending my first Rise and Shine event, I learned about the Salt and Pepper Awards, community outreach efforts, many grants that are awarded to nonprofits that meet even more needs, and the crisis funds, which are thoughtfully distributed on a case-by-case basis when it just makes sense. Together today, we've seen how donations to the Senior Connection Center's Crisis Fund impact the lives of vulnerable seniors, where an urgent need can become a critical determinant in the outcome for that individual. My fellow board members and I, we see the stories on a regular basis, and it inspires us to give. Today, we hope that these stories have inspired you too. And if so, go ahead and click the donate button at the bottom of your screen and know that you're giving back to a precious generation of seniors. You may visit the seniorconnectioncenter.org and make a donation of support that way. No matter the amount of your gift, it's a lifeline. It's an overwhelming blessing. It's an answered prayer for a senior who has a great need. Thank you again for celebrating Older Americans Month with us today at the Rise and Shine event.